What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Horror Tuesday. I'm your host, Nadia, host of the channel Horror with Dads. What a day. If you could do me a favor, please, if you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share out the stream as well. I am on the road to 1K, and I appreciate everybody's help in doing so. I'm very excited to hit that milestone and to see what will come of the channel. That being said, this week, Horror Tuesday today, right after this, I'm going to be on Sun and Shadowcast talking about Jason X, or some of you know this as Jason Goes to Space. And then on tomorrow's members chat, Thursday, I'll be going live to talk about 28 years later because I'll see it in the morning. And then Friday, we're back with Stranger Things. So full weekend of streams, everything. It's going to be fun. It's going to be dandy. And that's all I got. That's the intro. that's the opener. That's the opener. It has been, man, I'm rusty at this just by taking a week off. Last week I wasn't here because I had just, why wasn't I here? What was I doing? Oh wait, we did the Vincent Price stream. I'm so confused. Traveling has just thrown me for a loop. So just want to say hi to a couple people in the chat. Peepers. First, y'all and to say hi to Nasty Nads. I got to change my name from Natia to Nasty Nads. Rachel, my girl, what's up? Star Wars, what's up, guys? What's going on? I hope you guys are having a good evening today. It's kind of warm and it's like over 100 degrees here in Vegas. And it's warm in my room too, for some reason. No days off. What's up, Culture Casino? 100%. No days off. Except for Saturdays and Sundays. Except for Saturdays and Sundays. Today should be fun. I've got a couple of fun topics. We've got Robert Eggers' Christmas Carol. We've got Fright Night prequels. We've got a new I Know What You Did Last Summer trailer. We also have Blumhouse buying Saw, and also Texas Chainsaw Massacre rights are up for grabs too. People are putting bids on that. Chris Stuckmann, who is a YouTuber as well, his debut horror movie got bought by Neon. And what else we got talking about? We have a new movie that featured at Tribeca that is Dog of God. It looks weird. It looks really weird. And some 28 years later viral marketing. So with that, how's the chat doing today? How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good summer so far? Even though it's been balls hot. It's been so hot here. I hate leaving the house. And I try to leave the house before the sun comes up. I try. Do I succeed? Not really. And then at nighttime. But man, it's been over 100 degrees here. Though, I should show you guys this. Before we get into horror topics, let's lighten it, right? The world is on fire, so let's lighten the mood a little bit. Here we go. My husband sent me this, and if you live in a warm climate, you will know this. Somebody had this cake made. I'm sorry for what I said when it was 109 outside. There are a couple people that should give me this cake. Couple individuals. Might be married to one. Though he handles the heat better than I do, though. I will give him that. He handles the heat way better. There is a super chat goal too. I'm always thankful for anything. I'm thankful for you guys just hanging out. But if I do hit it, I'll read a couple creepypastas. Some short, fun creepypastas, you know? Some weird, like there was one that was super short. It's like 2 sentences. I'll give you a taste. Hi, Penny. It's called Pillow Talk. Okay. I loved how my wife used to wake me up by whispering sweet nothings into my ear every morning. I didn't enjoy her pillow talk as much the day after her funeral. Ooh. Creepy. I need like a Crypt Keeper background and
it's gross. It's necrophilia.
It's not necrophilia. Peanut gallery.
It is. He's talking to her pillow talk the day after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we did her corpse.
Oh. I thought it was like she's haunting. Why did I think she's haunting him and you went for necrophilia? All right. Well then. Well then. Chris, since you're the peanut gallery tonight, what should we talk about first? Megan 2.0 or Robert Eggers' Christmas Carol?
Uh,
My loving and endearing husband.
Megan 2.0.
Megan 2.0. All right. Will there be a KFC? Will there be KFC with this reading? I could order some KFC. I'm not a big. Oh no, I can't. Oh, before we get to Megan 2.0, I had some devastating news this past week. Not only do I have a high allergy, like off the charts, for wheat and gluten, I'm not gonna die. Like I don't have to use an EpiPen, but it's in the red. They're both in the red. I'm also allergic to dairy, shellfish, so shrimp, scallops. My doctor was like, "You can have tuna and salmon." I'm like, "That's great. That's not a shrimp cocktail." The worst of it, actually, there's two worst ones. The first worst one is nuts. I'm Middle Eastern. We eat nuts all the time. I know. I get it. Okay, whatever. The puns, I get it. But we do I love nuts. I absolutely love nuts. Cashew nuts. I can't have peanuts. I can't have walnut. I can't have any nuts. And the one thing, if you're Middle Eastern, you understand. My dad, when he visits me, he always brings me two things: ton of different nuts. They're better. Middle Eastern nuts are better, and bread. Now I can't have any of those nuts. So my husband, my loving husband, he's been trying to help me navigate because I've got to remove all this stuff. So I guess I'll eat all the smoked nuts your dad gave to it. What's up, Sherry? And then the worst of it all is eggs. I can't have eggs. I'm allergic to eggs. Eggs and egg whites. And guess what's in everything? Eggs. So like even if I was to want first of all, even if I can't have dairy. So but I can't have nut milk. So it's got to be oat milk. But I can't have the good vegan cheese because if you're vegan or if you've ever had vegan cheese, the good vegan cheese is the ones made from like cashew because it's a little bit smoother and stuff. And I use cheese in quotations. Can't have that. Gotta have the plastic looking one that doesn't melt. So no ice cream, nothing. Well, I can have oat milk ice cream, but as long as it doesn't have eggs or nuts. No nut milk. Nothing. But eggs, I think, are worse because it's not even that I can't have eggs. It's the fact that I can't have anything that has eggs in it as well. Can't have peanut butter. Though I did cheat today. I had a Reese's because I was kind of craving chocolate. And you only live once, right? I'll take an allergy pill. I have to be gluten-free, lactose-free, no dairy-free, nut-free, all of it. I don't. So what do I get to eat? I get to eat a fucking lettuce and protein. That's it. Can't eat anything outside. Can't have Taco Bell. R.I.P. Can't have it. I can have In-N-Out as long as I remove the cheese. Can't even have sushi because I can have sushi. I can have like sashimi, but I can't have like with the creamy sauce and stuff like that. Oh, bro, I can't even have mayonnaise. I have to have veganese. Anybody's ever vegan? Okay, veganese is not that bad. So that's the horror I experienced this week. What's up, Jake? You know what? I can put the chat on the screen. Forgot about this. So that's the horror. So if you have great recipes for things that don't have eggs, nuts, what else? Shellfish, gluten or wheat, and I feel like I'm missing one. Dairy. Please pass them my way, especially if they're breakfast, because I'm struggling in the morning. Because normally I have like eggs on toast for protein, and now I have to eat mushy oats. So I am all for. But you know what I was thinking of this, guys, and we'll get into it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of derailing this. I have a question. Why do we have to eat breakfast food at breakfast? Why can't I have like a piece of salmon for breakfast or a steak? Wait a minute, I can't have steak and eggs. Like, why can't you have things you normally have for lunch or dinner for breakfast? Why do I feel like thank you, Peanut Glass. calories. Why do I have internal guilt every time I'm like, well, this is not really breakfast food? I don't know why. It just psychs me out. Okay. All right. The peanut gallery said we're doing Megan 2.0. Some news for Megan 2.0. So let me bring this up. It is. Oh yeah, I saw, Leon and Sammy doing haunted dolls. I don't fuck with dolls, man. I've got a really bad story about dolls. All right. So Megan 2.0, which is coming out next week, which I do have tickets for, so I'll be seeing this opening night. Is apparently promises to be bigger, badder, and bloodier sequel. If anybody's seen the trailer for it, we've covered it on this channel. My opinion is, and the Peanut Gallery is going to agree, this is just T2 all over again. So, happy Monday, Meat Sacks. Blumhouse and Universal are kicking off the week with a new featurette of Megan 2.0. It focuses on what makes this horror sequel unique. For starters, Megan 2.0 promises to be bigger, badder, bloodier, in the word of Jason Blum, and it also upgrades the franchise into a much action-packed spectacle. So again, T2. Previewing Megan 2.0 with a brand new below. Megan 2.0 slays in the theaters June 27th from Universal. I was not a huge fan of Megan, the first one. We did the watch party. We watched the unrated one last month. I think I was a little harsh on it when it first initially hit theaters. It's not a bad movie. It's just not a scary movie. And I like the fact that maybe they've realized that it's not scary, so they're just moving more into the action part of it. So let's see what this.
All right, meets.
Give it a second, because Universal is just as bad.
Dax, let's get to work.
Megan 2.0.
Megan 2.0.
Megan 2.0 is Megan.
Blumhouse is riding on this, man, because I can't remember the last time Blumhouse had anything remotely successful on it. I pulled up the list of Blumhouse movies looking through it, and other than like the Insidious franchise and the Conjuring franchise, which will have people coming back and more so, I think the last couple of years, Blumhouse has been really dropping the ball, in my opinion. There are a couple of hits, like I liked Woman in the Yard, but other than that, I look at the last couple of Five Nights at Freddy's, but that's an established IP. But you've got Imaginary last year. That sucked. Afraid. That sucked. I'm sorry, it did. Speak No Evil, the remake. God, that was awful. House of Spoils. The Wolfman. Don't get me started. We know how this is their child's play. Yeah, I would. Sure, yeah, I can see that it could be their child's play. I more so think it's just
It's me.
Terminator.
What a shock, etc.
The first one was
It's like our cute little indie movie. This one takes a turn that you're just really not expecting.
I was not expecting this to get a sequel either. I'm very surprised by this, but I'm excited. I think the marketing for it's great. I think the popcorn buckets are pretty crazy. And also, this ties in with the fact that Megan is a staple right now at Halloween Horror Nights. Rumors is that they're going to have another Blumhouse house.
If you're wondering if
Which we'll
Megan's
talk about the
watching you.
houses. There's
I've been keeping
3 houses announced, I believe.
She is. It is a full-on action-packed movie.
It's creepy though. Dolls are creepy, man. Dolls. I give it to Leon and Sammy talking about dolls on their tinfoil haters. I hate dolls. Dolls are the worst things to me. Maybe because Child's Play, I saw it way too young and got scared out of my mind from it. But some of you know this story. When I first got engaged, my lovely, endearing mother pulled up one day, and the first words out of her mouth went, "I know you don't like dolls, but," and she pulled out this box that, I'm not kidding you, about it was a wide box. Okay. I opened it, and it was a porcelain bride doll that she picked up from like a estate sale or auction or whatever. And around this doll's neck was a rosary. And I go, "Oh, that's weird. It came with a rosary." She's like, "Oh no, I put it on there just in case." What? Just in case what, Mom? Just in case what? She's probably laughing at me now. But so what I did with this doll is I had my husband put it in the top shelf of a closet we had, where if it tried to like open, like if it tried to push itself out of the box, it wouldn't be able to, because the lid of the box was pretty much like close with the ceiling of the closet, right? And I waited and I waited and I waited until one of my sisters got engaged, and one of them did, and I went, here you go. Oh, I figured we'd do it like a family tradition. Anytime we get a new bride in the family, gets this fucking doll. I don't even know if she kept it. I don't really care. It's her problem. It's in her house. That would set me an edge. That would set me on the edge of the RIP Rose. Just in case. Just in case for what, Mom? It's possessed? Jeez. All right. Let's get back to Megan. But yeah,
Unsettling,
fuck them dolls. I don't like dolls.
Thrilling, creepy, spicy,
sassy,
What the hell is this?
unleashed,
unhinged.
bigger,
I
badder,
think
and
is it
bloodier in the
going
best
to
way.
be a top movie on somebody's list? Eventually. Is it going to be on my top list? Who knows? I think it's going to be fun.
Hold on to your vaginas.
I know summer horror movies are hard because people don't. Okay, so it depends, I guess, on the area you live in. Here in Vegas, I go see movies a lot because it's Satan's asshole outside, and you want to be cool enough, so you go to the theaters. So like Thursday, I'm gonna go see a couple movies, right? Because I'm off for Juneteenth. I'm gonna go see a bunch of movies and waste my time in AC and stuff. Not waste my time, but catch up on stuff, right? But I don't know. Hold on to your what? Hold on to your vaginas, Sherry. Hold on to your vaginas. That's the saying. Don't be shy about it. Look at your avatar. Don't be shy. Slain in June 27th. Oh, wait. Let's not watch this again. Okay. I think this is going to be fun. I predict this to be about maybe a 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Like a good mid movie, right? Where you get your little popcorn, you get your little drink, you sit down, you watch the movie, you have a good time. Is it going to be cheesy? Probably over the top. Is it going to make sense? Probably not. But I think it's going to be fun. And I think this is good for them because it will lead into Halloween Horror Nights, where there's a ton of Megans that show up for that stuff. I don't know if Blumhouse is just putting all their chips into making this like some kind of franchise similar to Insidious or The Conjuring. I don't think so. I think the first one left a lot to be desired, so I can see why they would expand it into a sequel. I don't know if there would be a trilogy for this, because I don't know how many times the whole android killing its creator kind of thing storyline you can play out. I don't even know what they would be able to do for number 3 at this point, but I think it'll be fun. I will report back because I'm seeing it. Let's see. It's coming out the 27th, so I'm actually seeing it next Thursday, the 26th. And then we'll stream about it in the evening to talk about it. And I'll let you guys know if it's worth your while. I hope it is. I'm a true movie-going fan. I don't think movies always need to be a 10 out of 10 to be worth going to the theaters. I think sometimes it's just fun to go see slop in theaters with a crowd and get the crowd reaction and get your little, like I said, my favorite thing is like get a little popcorn, get a little soda, sit down, watch your movie. And I'm a stickler for movie etiquette, you know, like don't put your dirty ass Crocs on the table that people eat from, or maybe not record the movie while you're watching the movie, or maybe not have a conversation, because I will call you out on it. But you know, the one thing I will say, when I go see a movie, I like to go see the movie. I don't like to discuss it with the person I'm with. I just like to it. I do not like it when the person I'm with grabs me or tries to talk to me about the movie while we're in the movie. First of all, I'm calling out everybody else. I'm definitely calling you out too. Have fun. Just enjoy the movie. We don't need to. We'll talk about it afterwards. I dated a Megan. She preferred to be called Megan. Megan. That's enough on Megan. I will see it. I will let you guys know. With that being said, hold on. I did not. I do hear my typing going on. I wanted to share the news of. Is this going to be the one I'm looking for? because it did not take. No, that's not it. I am going to be very fortunate enough to go to Orlando this year for the first time to Universal. I have been very, very young, where I don't remember anything. I don't remember. Basically, my parents took me and my sister for them. Okay. So, as a huge Harry Potter fan, brought by my Slytherin today, I am very fortunate and very lucky, and I am blessed that I'm going to be able to go this year for the first time and not only check out Universal for the first time, Epic for the first time, but Halloween Horror Nights over there. I know I've done Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood, and I know Universal over there is bigger. So I've been kind of watching the houses announcement. So back a couple of months ago, we got an announcement that the first house announced was Halloween Horror Nights. Now we got another announcement. A couple weeks back, it was Fallout. And due to the anniversary of Friday the 13th, the third house has been announced, and it's going to be a Friday the 13th Jason Universe Halloween Horror Nights, which should be a lot of fun. I think this is cool. I was hopeful that we were going to get announcements on the TV show or some update to it. Didn't happen. I don't know what's going on with the legal bits of it back and forth, but new Friday the 13th haunted house. So I'm actually going to be able to get to go through all the houses due to the ticket I bought. And I don't know if I should. I don't think I can live stream it because of the group I'm going to be with, but I think I'll take some video and some fun and share it when I come back from the trip. I thought that'd be kind of fun. I know that there are a couple content creators that I'm friends with that live in Orlando who've done this before, but the last time I went to Halloween Horror Nights was, oh man, it's got to be about 10 years now, maybe. And I remember I was arguing about the ticket pricing. I'm like, why is this so expensive? Why is Halloween Horror Nights so expensive? And this is coming from somebody who's built haunted houses, worked haunted houses since I was 13 years old. But I'm gonna be a G. I'm gonna walk in here. If I get like surprise scared, I just laugh, right? This is not gonna scare me. We go into the first house, which is the Halloween house, because people are willing to pay for it. Thank you, Goodwin. We go into the first house, Halloween, like Michael Myers, Halloween, okay? Going down this long hallway. The end of the hallway is a mirror. That's one of those digital mirrors. If anybody's walked through a haunted house, you know what I'm talking about, where the creature on the inside knocks on it, breaks it, it's supposed to like, scare you, right? Okay. We get closer to it, and it's just Michael going, with the knife, whatever. We get right on top of it. All of a sudden, strobes go off, and I see Michael in the mirror start taking a running start towards, and I'm thinking, okay, he's just gonna come up against the mirror and smash it, right? It's like an LED like screen. This thing opens up and it's a real person hanging above me with a knife down. I fell back. I asked Chris if we had to go through the rest of those houses, and I was informed I did have to go through the rest of those houses. So I was terrified. So that being said, that was Universal Hollywood a couple years back. So I'm intrigued to see what Universal Orlando will do. Because the year I went had the Crimson Peak house, which was pretty cool. Also had a Chucky house, which they actually hired little people. I think that's the political right way of saying it, or midget. I don't know. But anyway, they did hire small individuals dressed up as Chucky that would come around like corners and just be like, want to play? And yeah, so Jason's going to be the new house. There's Fallout, and there is the first house was Five Nights at Freddy's. There's rumored to be also like just a standard like Blumhouse house. And there's also rumors that there will be also a Terrifier house. I don't know how true that will be, as rumors are starting, as they start to get closer to opening night, they'll start to announce more of the houses. But you know what the weird thing is, and I don't know if anybody, Toe Rogan is a PC. Hi, Hook. Where was I going with that? I don't know the merch for the houses, right, exists, right? Merch for Universal. Did you know there's premiere merch too? Like when they actually announce a house, there's exclusive merch for the announcement of the house. So right now at Universal, there's certain merch just for Jason that exists that is only going to be there for a short time until actual Halloween Horror Night starts, and then they're going to trade it up for like the standard house merch. But yeah, there's like preview, like premiere house when they announce it. I didn't know this. That is a funny thing to me. So, aha. So that is Halloween Horror Nights news and Megan 2.0. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing good? By the way, does anybody know how to solve this? Because, like, I've been trying not to hit myself, and I've been trying it all day, and I think you're supposed to, like, turn it to where but it won't, like, I don't know, maybe I'm vertically challenged or something? Oh, I'm vertically challenged. Oh. I don't know why, but I'm like, okay, maybe I could just... Is it cheating if I'm not told how to do it? Ta-da! Been trying it, but like my hands shake so much. Anyway, I don't know if anybody, my ADHD, I was doing that to help with like my ADHD going on with it. Okay. Let's talk about, you know what? Let's talk about the 28 years later viral marketing website, because I wanted to do this with everybody on it. It's not one of those, Goodwin. What about those crooked haunted houses where they blindfold you and beat you? I've never experienced one of those. Never have done any of those. I've grabbed people when I've played haunt actor, but I knew the concept. I've had people take a swing at me, the moderate first date. Woof. Woof. By the way, it's not one of those things, Goodwin. Do you mind? I got it. Oh. Wait. No, okay. Never mind. All right. 28 years later is premiering this weekend. I'm seeing it Thursday. I believe Blue is joining me to talk about it Thursday night. Rage Leaks. We've got the password for the 28 years later viral marketing website. They don't want us to see, but we must bear witness, all of us. We now just days away from the release of Danny Boyle's 28 years later, which brings the Rage Fires back to theaters, which, by the way, I'm still on the fence about. So it's going to kickstart a whole new trilogy on June 20th this week. Where's my brain? To get excited for 28 years later, Sony launched an official viral marketing website titled Rage Leaks this week, but it requires a special login credentials to get access. The good news, we got the password. It's Momentomori. All right. So we're going to try it, because I think the rest of this just explains what it is. Please be safe for work. Please be safe for work. Share this tab. Okay. Please don't. I hope it doesn't download something to my fucking. All right, let's try it. Okay. Paste. Okay. No, I don't want to see the password. 27 years, 51 weeks, 6 days, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 8 seconds. What is really happening behind the blockade? So we've got an audio, image, audio, and a text. All right, on the life of the raft. This sounds really bad.
Mayday. This is Erik Sundqvist from the other Sund. We hit something. Boat started taking on water. The boat is gone. 8 men on a life raft. Could have been more, but nobody wanted to leave without being heavily armed in case we need to land on shore.
So somebody about being on a life raft? Yeah, it's fishing would work.
Somebody needs to come and help us. Send a rescue boat. Please, we're going to stay away from the shoreline as long as we can.
You guys hear what I'm hearing?
Is anybody listening?
Well, probably you can't hear over me talking, but can you hear what I'm hearing? I know there's a Jake. Haven't been this stoked to go to the theaters in a long time. I've hung my hopes on 28 weeks later. Okay. Thank you, Jake. Thank you so much. And you know, as always, let's do German.
Schmeiß ich dich ins Feuer!
Du dämliches Schweinstück! Du willst mir tun? Ich werd's dir zeigen!
Nein!
A classic.
Is anybody reading this? Hello?
Okay. All right. Other variant. Hold up. Did they have... So, okay. What year did the first movie take place? The first 28 days later take place. 2002. Okay. So the email existed, kind of. Are you sure the data we're getting on the other variant is accurate? Because none of our models allow for size and strength at such a scale. The cellular energy required to be off the charts, and I don't know how that would be sustainable. I look at multiple times, and the only thing I've come up with that makes sense is that someone transpoded the numbers. Transpoded? There's a lot more likely than sustaining the KJ intake a creature like this would feasibly require. If I could see the raw data, I could tell you more. Any updates on my request for increased security clearance? CY. I know, Goodwin. All right, I had to... Who invited you? Transposed. Okay, thank you. If you're reading this, you know this map. We're all have seen it for so long. We practically don't even notice it anymore. They should learn Excel better. I found myself looking at the Dover Narrows. There's only 20 miles of water separating Dover's and Calais. This is so small on my screen. Let me see if I can make it better. Oh, that's better. The second wave reached Europe. We've pushed it back. The Atlantic wall has held ever since. We tell ourselves it's always will, but how can we know for sure that it won't tell us what is really happening? Oh. Transpotted people. Something? I clipped you playing with the dildo puzzle. It's not one of the... It's like... It's a balance thing. And I don't know... I know I'm going to get a couple of... All right, listen, we know I don't have really good balance. Yes, I get it. I've fallen a couple of times in the last year. But it's supposed to help with it. All right, more audio. This sounds like bells. Do you think they still have churches of some kind, or maybe it's a warning system? Ooh. Yeah, I hear the bells. Well, isn't the second or third ones has some kind of... what is it? 28 years later trilogy names. Titles. One of them has a Bone Temple. That's what it is. The sequel is the Bone Temple. I was like, there's some sort of religious aspect to it. Okay. Oh, they're little people. Well, they're like, you know. So this looks like to be a carcass of some sort. Here's a person. Here's a person. There's a person. There's a... oh, I don't know if... yep, there's a person. There's a person. Okay. Need to know. Can you get me something more concrete? Photos, lab reports, anything. I can try, but they keep that stuff pretty locked down. It was hard enough getting you that email without getting it traced. I'll get you what I can. Don't risk your position if you don't have to. People need to know. Ooh. That's the one, yeah. That's the one, Bone Temple, which is weird. So I think it's the third one in the trilogy. Depends on what the first one does well. So this one this weekend. But it doesn't matter what the second one does. So it tells me the second one's probably a one-off story. One-off on it. Mayday. In a language I don't even know. Anybody can read this? Mayday, mayday, mayday. I don't know. Is this German or something? Swedish? Whoa, that's cool. Capture from surveillance. So this must. I've been wondering if I think if you guys seen the trailer where it's all the skeletons and bones used for some kind of religion. It looks like a religious, like, what does it remind me of? Stonehenge. It kind of like reminds me a little bit of that going on. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for the reminder about what science is. It has slipped my mind. In the current climate, the odds are slim of getting more data, more samples, and you'll have to simply do what you have. Anytime you want to trade jobs with me, I'll be happy to go back to the library. You can sit in meetings all day. Here's what my team has prepared. We observed significant morphological and behavioral differences in this variant. Tissue engorgement is apparent throughout the body for some unknown process we don't understand. They're primarily quadruples. They're primarily quadruple. Though it appears it can go bipedal under duress. Most pronounced it is the difference in locomotion. They're significantly slower, though we can't tell if that's just due to their size or some of the other cause. It's impossible to speculate further without more hard data. I know you're tired of hearing this song from me. We really love more to work with, but at this point, this is what we have. I know. On this week, I am trying to read. I know. Well, if I try to read, it means I'll get better at it. Life on parole. Another language I do not know. Which, can I copy? No. Okay. Tidal Island provides increased security, long-range view of threats, stable social order to keep communities secure, 0 attempts at breaking. Oh, so this is like the little town they set up. Was that one? Okay. And then this one. The virus brought us more than the rage, the sorrow for our lost home, the guilt for the ones we've left behind, the righteous indignation for the secret being kept from us. It's been almost 20 years since the outbreak and still not a single shred of truth of what really is going on. They say it's to protect us. Is it for our own good? After all this time, what are they still hiding? They classify satellite images. They forbid any communication with survivor communities. They suppress rumors and discredit reports that somehow the infected have adapted. They don't want us to see, but we must bear witness, all of us. Sounds like a cult. Sounds like a cult. Oh, Jesus. So this makes me a little bit more intrigued by it. I'm on the fence about this movie. I really like the first one. It has its flaws, but it's nostalgia for me. I really love it. Second one, the opening's great. Other than that, it's not that good. And I think the problem the second one has a lot of, which I haven't seen in a while, is because it had a bigger budget than the first one. I think the first one gets away with a lot of stuff because in a sense it's like guerrilla style filming, right? Second one, not so much. This third one, after so many years to get this one, and the budget that they have, and just like, what story are you going to tell? Are you going to tell, in a sense, A Quiet Place Part 2, where it's a community on an island trying to stay away from the alien monsters that can't swim all of a sudden? Is that what we're doing? Because from the trailers, it looks like similar to that. Now, this website's pretty cool. I like the idea of using viral marketing like this. It helps with the fact that the first one is probably very nostalgic for millennials, and this is what millennials kind of grew up with movies. Suffers from shit. We had no follow-up, but the studio threw us a bunch of money. Yeah, good one. I agree. I actually agree with Goodwin on that one. And I just don't see, man, oh man, I like Alex Garland for some things and Danny Boyle, but I don't know. And I don't want to disappoint you, Jake. I know you're hung up or hanged up on it. But I'm really I think a lot of people are hyping this movie up, and I don't know if it's going to live up to it. I hope it does. I hope it does. To be honest, I hope it does. I hope it it does well. I hope we actually have a good story. I hope it actually brings people to the theaters. Great. But I don't know. I don't know. It's been so long. Thank you, Casino. Yes. Like anybody see what's the Garland's what was it? Civil War? Come on, man. I know. Naughty and Good and Grandson. What's next? Peace in the Middle East. Oof. I really am. Fingers crossed. I want to believe too, Jake, because I'm spending my life on a very rare weekday off in the theaters to see it. I also want to try to go see Life of Chuck. I'm hearing really good things about it, but I'm seeing not a lot of drive to the theater. What's up, zombie? I see you. But yeah, Garland. I don't know. That movie, Civil War, is just it left a sour taste in my mouth about Garland. Go ahead and clip that too, Zach. And I don't have a lot of trust in this movie. The marketing's great. Don't get me wrong. Marketing, the trailer looks good. I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm a fan. Just turned 35. I'm a fan. Albeit, but I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna live up to the hype of the first one, because it's definitely not gonna live up to the hype of the second one. The second one's oof. But I'm gonna watch both of them tomorrow to prepare for Thursday, because it's been such a long time since I've seen the first one. I think I might still have the first one on DVD somewhere, but I don't know where. I'll have to look for it. I'm optimistic. I'm pessimistic. I'm 50-50 on it. I think it could be good. I don't think a lot of people are gonna head to the theater about it, though. We're getting 2 more yeah. Bone Temple, which I think, which is the Nia Costa movie, which I think is gonna be its own story, and then I think, honestly, and I'll be really interested to see if I'm right about this, whatever this one ends on, I don't think will be concluded or the story continues until the third one. So we're looking at maybe 2-3 years, guys. So I don't know. I know Warfare. A lot of people said was pretty good. I like Nia DaCosta. Okay, so I get it. She had a lot of issues with the Marvels and the red carpet. I actually thought, while I don't think they should have remade the Candyman, and I love the Candyman stories because that's again nostalgia for me. I thought her remake of Candyman wasn't terrible. I don't think you can't really judge her on the Marvels because she didn't really have a lot of. She was just a figure piece, right? They just utilized her. She didn't. I mean, she even said it on the red carpet. So I think it's going to really depend on we see where Danny and Alex take this one to. Where are we going? It's a post-apocalyptic survival type of movie. How much of the message can you kind of put into there? A lot, right? It could boggle down a lot of it. We'll see. Or they could just do a good story, an actual good story, survival story. Maybe expand a little bit more onto the lore. It's broken anyway. Why not? Okay. So, let's change gears. Let's talk about something a little depending. I mean, not good one, but Alien's not even in the first one. I think he's making an appearance in the second and third, so he's not even going to be on this one. So this is all going to rely on Aaron Taylor Johnson. So, I was a fan of Nosferatu, and I can hear Goodwin and my husband groan at at that sentence. Both Vex and I were a huge fan of Nosferatu. I like Robert Eggers. I like his movies. I think they're different. I think there's levels to them. All right, I don't want to say they're elevated. I think they can be sweet. Yes, Coco. What can I help you with? What? You want to say hi? You want to say hi to everybody? What? I'm doing the news. So he is going to be directing his own Christmas Carol for Warner Brothers. Eggers gets getting less. See what I mean? It's interesting. There is only one good Christmas Carol movie, in my opinion. What's everybody's favorite Christmas Carol movie? I want to know before I say mine. You okay? Because I know there's Scrooge with they listed it out. So with Bill Murray. There's a couple different versions of the Christmas Carol. There's only one Muppet Christmas Carol. Thank you, Jake. Muppet Christmas Carol. You know why Muppet Christmas Carol is great? Michael Caine plays it straight. Doesn't play it like he's up against Muppets, like playing off Muppets. He plays it as is off actual actors, and I love it. How many Christmas Carol movies have you seen? I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a Muppet Christmas Carol. I've seen Scrooge. I think I've seen an older Christmas Carol, like straight to like BBC TV version of it and stuff. But my husband and I, every Christmas, we watch a Muppet Christmas Carol. It is tradition. We even have a little like Funko Pop of Muppet Christmas Carol. It's great. Singing the songs, right? One of the best. Edgar is going to be doing a Christmas Carol, and Willem Dafoe is being eyed to play Scrooge, which could be interesting. Because he's supposed to be doing a werewolf movie, but this is going to be a Christmas Carol for Warner Brothers. So I wonder if Warner Brothers is going to have their hands into it. How dark is he going to go with this? So the tale is pretty dark. Like, I get it. I watched the Muppet Christmas Carol. They lighten it up. But I mean, it's pretty still fucking dark. The tale. I would be interested to see how he's going to play this out. Is he going to stick to Victorian times? Doing a classic story adaptation? How original. And starring Willem Dafoe? Daring today. Sketch, do you need a stickers? Do you need a piece of chocolate, my friend? I was like that earlier. Chris got me Reese's, and then I felt better. I think this could be fun. Honestly, I think this could be, in a sense, right up his alley. If they're going to go for a more darker tone to it, maybe closer to the book, could be fun. I don't think this is going to be a horror Christmas Carol. I know he's kind of been known as like the odd man out with horror tales and stuff. Most of his movies are in that kind of realm. I think this could be cool. He's really pushing the envelope. All right. I just had, you know what? I just had to bring it up to you guys. I thought it's an interesting story, but apparently there's only one Christmas Carol, and it's the Muppet Christmas Carol. All right, let's move on. Let's get into the nit and gritty of this, because I wanted to talk about this when I saw this. I'm not a huge fan of this on it. So give me 1 second. Correct, ma'am. Thank you, Hook. You always have my back on this one. All right. So Blumhouse is buying the Saw franchise, and it sucks for all of us. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the show about Blumhouse. To me, Blumhouse used to actually be a pretty good production company for entry-level horror. Okay? And don't get me wrong, and then these are my opinions, and we know what opinions are. Yeah, people are still watching. Saw franchise has a huge following. It's so big. Where'd it go? No, I don't want to register an Amazon thing. I was looking at the list of movies, and let's just go back. Let's go back 2022. Okay, let's look at 2022, because I feel like 2022 is starting to be, maybe 2021. So we got Halloween Kills, a couple of them. We had the really bad Firestarter remake. Black Phone was underwhelming. Black Phone 2 My opinion of Black Phone 2 is they don't know what to do with Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Something's going on, so they decided to take a Nightmare on Elm Street script and put Black Phone on it and call it a day, because that's what's reading on the trailers. What we got, Halloween Ends. We've got Megan, which was 2023. There's Something Wrong with the Children, which not a lot of people knew about. That's Insidious Red Door, which that was a flop. We've got The Exorcist Believer. David Gordon Green needs to stay away from horror, in my opinion. Five Nights at Freddy's was pretty good, but I think Five Nights at Freddy's was true fan service for those of us who grew up watching Matt Pat on Game Theory and his deep dives into those video games. Not saying it wasn't for video game fans, but it definitely had a lot more Easter eggs for those of us that probably watched Matt Pat's videos on it. We had Night Swim, which made me want to drown myself. Imaginary, which is an AI house that takes over, similar to that old school Disney movie, Smart House. You had Speak No Evil remake, which didn't need to even happen because the original came out in 2022. It's very bleak. It's very dark. I highly recommend it if you want a downer, but the remake is a piece of shit. It's awful. It adds it doesn't add anything, and it just completely breaks down the whole point of the original in the Swedish tradition of like, you really, to be a good guest, you really don't make kind of a fuss, and it just kind of builds up on that. Highly recommend. It's hit or miss with Blumhouse. 100% it's hit or miss with Blumhouse. Wolfman, I was on review embargo for a year for that, and that movie. And then Woman in the Yard was pretty good. I had the writer on with it. It was very interesting. And Drop wasn't too bad with Christopher Landon. But Blumhouse used to be a name that, it's Blumhouse, you're going to go see it. At least in the horror like fandom, right? Nowadays, I hear Blumhouse. Most of the people I know who love horror movies, you hear Blumhouse, they go, ugh, not Blumhouse. So they bought Saw. And I will be intrigued to see what they do with it. Means it's going to probably be a reboot for it, which I know this article says it sucks for all of us. It does, but the last Saw was kind of a good send-off for a lot of the characters in the franchise. I mean, God, what is it? How many Saw movies? Wait. How many Saw movies? I've seen pretty much all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't include Spiral, 11 if you include Spiral, right? And they're kind of like Final Destination a little bit, where you kind of go to see what the traps are, but there's a story that's kind of gone through all of them. It's they're okay. They're not my favorite. It's not my favorite franchise. It's not the worst franchise out there that's had that many movies. I mean, God forbid, I'm talking about Jason X in about an hour. AKA Jason Goes to Space, which, by the way, has the best, I think, Jason kill out of the whole franchise. I like this. If Blumhouse is smart, they'll put their ego aside, try not to reboot, instead of following the ending of Saw 10 and give us a few more years of John Kramer's exploits. But that, if they're smart, is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, because they haven't exactly known for their great decision making in recent years. I'm curious to see, because The Conjuring's last movie is being released this September, and then there's a TV series too as well. The brand is not doing well, and the missteps here could further tank it. There is one silver lining with Blumhouse purchasing Saw rights. That means technically James Wan is back with the property. Blumhouse and Wan's Atomic Monster merged last year, which means he's part of the company that owns the film that put him on the map. James Wan is hit or miss for me. Everybody loves Malignant. I didn't care for it. I just I get it. People are like, it's a breakdown of like 80s or that. Excusing what the nostalgia attached to it doesn't excuse the poor writing and just weird concept of it all. So the best case scenario is that Blumhouse just hires back the original Saw team of Kevin Grutter, Mark Dunstan, and Patrick Melton to continue the story set between Saw 1 and 2. They can't just leave us Hoffman heads waiting. What do you guys think? I don't know if this. I was excited for 11 too. I did actually like the fact that they were kind of bringing it back to old school Saw in the last couple of them. There's a bunch of slap in the middle. Don't get me wrong. There's a bunch of slap in the middle. But the last couple of them were actually pretty good to bring it back to the story. And this is just where. Sorry, Hook. I just saw your message. Jason X. I'm going. You guys will actually be raiding into Sun and Shadow Cast live because they go live as soon as I'm done. I'll be over there talking about Jason X with them and someone else on the panel. Saw 10 was good because they brought back John for the film. Yeah. But also, John had a pretty good send-off at the end of 10. So if they just reboot this whole series, maybe it's good to kind of close that door for it. So, I don't know. I worry of anything Blumhouse puts its name on. And they're expanding. They're going to be doing video games, too, as well. I don't know. I mean, I do know. I don't... Tobin Bell is the anchor. Would he come back if they rebooted it? Why would he come back? Anyway, if they rebooted it, they're going to do a completely different... Are they going to tell the same story? They tell something different. To be honest, I think what the best thing would be is for them to kind of do Spiral, where they do one-off stories set in the same universe and just not touch the main storyline until they're ready to continue into Saw 11. But this brings me to another issue that's happening right now, which is, where is it? Ooh-wee. I had it, and it closed on me. Here we go. So, Saw bought by Blumhouse. Texas Chainsaw Massacre rights are up. Taylor Sheridan, Jordan Peele, and Oz Perkins pitching takes for it. Studios and filmmakers are knocking the door on the franchise rights to get on board with the future Texas Chainsaw franchise. Granted, the last one that was on Netflix, cool kills, but not good. Which was quite in the wake of Netflix's Texas Chainsaw back in 2022. Names include JT Molnare. Which actually I like JT. I liked his movie Strange Darling, so I'd be interested to see what he would do. Even Glenn Powell has already come up. Deadline's got a fresh update this week. According to the outlet exclusive report this afternoon, Jordan Peele, Osgood Perkins, and Taylor Sheridan are among the names vying to rev up their chainsaws. Talks for who will wind up with the Texas Chainsaw IP are beginning Monday, as anywhere from 5 to 8 studios or streamers are vying for the rights. This was 2 weeks ago, so we should actually get an answer soon. I would assume so if talks. Please not Oz Perkins. First of all, Oz himself has stated he doesn't like the horror genre. Blows my fucking mind. But all his movies are horror movies. You don't like the horror genre? But your movies are all horror. Okay. And he talks about his fans as if they are second-class citizens. Go and read the Ask Me Anything Reddit that he did for Longlegs. I really liked Longlegs initially, but even reading that kind of just put a bad taste in my mouth about him. I didn't like the monkey. I thought the monkey was just... And I'm a big Kinghead. Final Destination. Trying to put some humor into it. I actually, and you all know how much I fucking hate Final Destination. I'd rather go watch a marathon of all the fucking Final Destination movies again for 24 hours straight than watch The Monkey again. Which makes me wonder where are Nightmare on Elm Street rights going? We haven't had a movie since the remake in a while, right? What's going on? Again, my theory is that they had a script. They don't know what to do with it. Something going on with the rights. It's a conspiracy theory on it. And they just said, hey, let's just use this for Black Phone 2. Let's just change a couple of things. Slap it on. Watch the trailer. The grabber comes off as Freddy Krueger, in my opinion, on it. Texas Chainsaw is up for rights. Saw is being moved over. This is just so weird. How many Texan reboots have we had so far? Honestly, I don't think anyone cares another installment for this dead franchise. I would almost agree with you, Zombie, but doing the research into this, it is actually a big following to this movie and this franchise. I love the original movie. The remakes, it's been remade a couple times, but there is a and I saw it the other day. I'll pull it up. Which seemed very interesting to me. Where is it? Okay, here we go. This kind of segues in to it. Yeah, there's only the original. There's a new documentary with 100% Rotten Tomato score. Promises to change the way we watch horror classics. I'm intrigued. So this is a new documentary about Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's coming out. And it looked intriguing from what I saw. Its chain reactions is already impressing critics, apparently. I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes. But if it looked from what I saw in the trailers of it that a lot of heart was put into it. So it could be good. For somebody who's a film head like me, especially when it comes to horror movies, I'll be watching because I would like to know more about it. It is available to stream on Peacock, Prime Video, or free on Tubi, by the way. So it's called Chain Reaction as it becomes available, including release date. I'm sorry. The original is on Peacock, Prime Video, and I read that wrong. Train Reactions will become available. It'll have a release date, but early reviews of it is giving it 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I read that backwards. Apologies, guys. On it, so I'm intrigued to see what it plays out. I mean, I don't know how much more history of it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre influences a lot of modern day horror, but remaking stuff like this, reboots of this stuff, it's almost an introductory horror for young adults, teens, and stuff, right? Millennial type horror, even though it's not for millennials. They call it torture porn. I don't think so. But yeah, I'd be intrigued to see how it plays out. That being said, if we're talking about nostalgia, let me pull this up too. I was waiting to watch this with you guys. We're gonna close that. We're gonna close that. We're gonna close that. Adios, Blumhouse. Wah! Okay. All right. FYI to everybody, I appreciate you all here. Please hit that like button. Please share out the stream. I am so close to hitting 1K. I'm so excited about it. Next month, at the end of the month, there will be a new tier stream, live stream. Tier stream, live stream. I've got some new faces joining us. I think there's Box Office Brawler, Sin, Trina from my Final Girls, and a couple. I think Ford might be there. Enzo, Blue Collar, potentially. I can't remember who wanted to be on it, but we're doing millennial nostalgia horror. So think urban legend. I Know What You Did Last Summer, Cherry Falls, stuff like that, right? In honor of the fact that we're getting a new I Know What You Did. I don't know if it's honorable, right? But these are all horror movies that I grew up with. I saw introductory horror for a lot of people. One of the biggest ones on it is going to be The Faculty, which I'm very interested to discuss with everybody. Should be a good time. Okay, should be a good time. One of the reasons why I highly recommend everybody tune in, Box Office Brawler will be on there. He's a Gen Z. He's not seen any of these horror movies. He just recently saw Scream, called it a comedy. So it'll be interesting to see his reactions to a bunch of millennials and older on the panel. People who have seen these movies growing up. Okay. We got a new trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer. The reboot, remake, whatever. I know what you shocked to learn that I still know what you did last summer again. Thank you. That was the actual title. Good one's got me. Good one's got me on that one. All right. We got a new one. It's 2 minutes and 31 seconds. So let's get through it together. Why not?
Hi! Thanks for coming!
Can you believe our best friends are getting married?
Unmarked envelope?
Could it be cash? A check?
Different generations, guys. Different generations.
Oh my god. I'm calling 911.
Everyone chill out! We don't tell anybody what happened tonight.
We should go.
So they're remaking the same movie. Okay.
What does it say? What if someone saw us?
Outside of
I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago.
us, no one knows what happened.
It does
Right?
smell like TikTok. Ah, sketch is a good point. I really don't like any of these people either. Even from the first
Hello?
trailer. I'm like, all right, good. Is this gonna be another movie where I'm rooting for everybody to go?
Wait.
How can they do this movie without cell phones? The plot.
Please stop.
Someone is clearly coming after us.
I need to start drinking.
The cops are not going to help us.
And we'll find someone who will.
Ooh, I wonder what they. Oh,
Jesus. Something I
Wow.
like talking about.
he looks rough. CinemaSins, ding! Yay, kill the preppy, ding! Yeah, we don't tell anyone what happened here. Close enough to count as a character dropping the movie title as an actual line of dialogue. I'm rooting for the killer. I am too. I'm 100%.
You survived this once. We need your help.
Why is she covering her best assets? Cape Fear docks. Sorry.
You can't run. You can't hide. Get them before they get you. Whoever's doing this, it's personal to them.
So if you watch the original, would you be able to then know who the killer is then? Or piece
One
it
of
together a
us-
little bit easier?
Is hiding something.
We are not gonna die today.
This one top. Okay. Star Wars.
What are you waiting for?
I really enjoy the original, but the original is slop. Like it is, but it came out around that time where it was like young adult movies that, you know, horror movies, thrillers, you go see with your friends and kind of deal and stuff like that. So I where is it? Here, I'll show you. I'll read off the list of what we're going to be tiering for that. So it's kind of in the same vein of it, the same nostalgia vein of it. Let's see. Going up a little. Okay, so we've got let's see. We've got Scream, which is one of my favorites. What are we waiting for? A better movie. The Craft, I Know What You Did Last Summer, The Faculty, Urban Legend. We've got Disturbing Behavior. We've got Idle Hands, The Blair Witch Project, Cherry Falls, Final Destination, the first one, Ginger Snaps, 13 Ghosts, Jeeper Creepers, The Ring, Wrong Turn, The Grudge. Because remember, we had also that spam of Japanese horror movies being remade for young adult audiences too. The Skeleton Key, Cursed, House of Wax, and The Loved Ones. So should be a interesting and good time. What are you waiting for? Does she say the full line? Nope. So is this gonna be good? Probably not. Probably not. Is it gonna be fun? Maybe. It's gonna be a little weird. I don't know. I have nostalgia bait for it, so I don't know what could be, but I've heard of every single one of those except for Cherry Falls. Oh man, are you in for a treat if you check it out before the stream? It should be good. That's gonna be a no all around for me, dog. Oh, sketch. I figured you would be first one. House of Wax. Do we want to talk about a weird movie? Do we want to talk about a weird movie? I think we want to talk about a weird movie. I want to talk about this weird movie because I need to talk about somebody with it, and it's a weird movie. It's a weird movie. It's an animation. I sent it over to Gooch, and Gooch is like, "That looks weird." I was like, "I'm intrigued," and he's like, "Well, of course you are." So, Dog of God. A surreal piece of horror animation. This looks like somebody took a lot of shrooms. Not gonna lie. I briefly watched the trailer just to get an idea, but I didn't watch it in full, so we're gonna watch it together. Weird movie over shit movie. I don't know. Dog. I caught Lorison. I'm not even I can't even do it. Dog of God at Tribeca, and it was unforgettable experience. I love it when the genre is explored through animation, which I think so too. I think horror should be explored a little bit more through animation. Films like The Spine of Night, Mad God, Solo Station, The Wolf House, and Perfect Blue have unique aesthetics, perfect for striking fear in viewers. Whether it's the striking animation that pushes beyond the constraints of reality, haunting imagery, imaginative cinematography, or masterful sound design, animated horror always gives viewers something to remember. Dog of God uses many of these elements to tell a story of a woman accused of witchcraft in the 17th century Swedish Livonian village. Okay. The plot also incorporates werewolves, alchemy, betrayal, and how religion can warp one's mind. The film floats between being adjacent to reality to flying off the hinges in a very surreal way. As the movie progressed, I shifted from being intrigued, bewildered, disgusted, and awe. I'm still decided how I feel about the movie overall, but it has a unique experience for at least. So, I say we check out the trailer. Please don't ding me for this. YouTube. I don't know how YouTube feels about animated boobs. All right. We're going to play this slow because I don't want it to ding me, but... Yeah, I agree with you. Mad God was cool stop motion, but the story, yeah, wasn't that great. Okay. All right. Dog of God. Let's try it. Kind of gives me Nosferatu vibes a little bit. Ah! That's what yeah, I know. That's what that was Gooch's first comment back. Why is he kissing a cat's? It looks very weird, right? This whole trailer, I'm moving a little bit over around it, but this whole trailer doesn't give me any story. It's a lot of really funky, different imagery. Like I'm telling you, it looks like somebody took shrooms and yeah. It's weird. But I'm intrigued. I don't think I would do shrooms and watch it. I don't No, don't do drugs, kids. They're bad for you. It's like someone asked ChatGPT to generate a rotoscope animation with a bunch of torture porn. I can see that. I don't know. I'm at least intrigued to give it a try to see what the story is, because by watching this trailer, it's just a bunch of different, really uncomfortable imagery that they've put together. So it's weird. I just wanted you guys to be aware of this because I was weird. Are we in Tim's head? Maybe. Maybe if Tim took shrooms. I pray for his family, though. Sorry, I pray for Zach's family. That's who I should be praying for. I will be interested to see when it comes out. Let's see. Let me get through the article. I think. Let's see. It has no release date yet. Okay. Probably soon if it's just been premiered at Tribeca. I think could be weird. I think it could be a weird watch party. That's what I'm thinking. Tim Costa's shoots a halluc. Roman, you just missed. You just missed a best animation for it. Roman, check out Dog of God. Dog of God. Yeah. Check out that. Check out Dog of God, Roman. You won't be disappointed. You will not be disappointed at all. All right. I want to move on to this next one that seems interesting to me because it's a fellow YouTuber. Yep, animated boobs too. Chris Stuckmann's horror movie Shelby Oaks is set to have an October release. That's really cool. He is a YouTube critic. He's debuting a new horror movie called Shelby Oaks, and IndieWire reports this weekend the film will release in theaters October 3rd, 2025. It reports that Neon supplied Stuckmann with additional funds to shoot new material after they picked up the movie last year, upping the film's gore and violence. New footage recontextualized some of the original story, but the name of the game for Stuckmann and Kuntz was fleshing out the practical effects. Hey, I'm cool. That's awesome. You got a point in my point for me if you're going to 10 points for Slytherin. If you're going to, you refuse to be Stuckmanized. If you're going to put more money into the practical effects of it. Creature actor Derek Myers, famous for playing Jason Voorhees in the 2009 Friday the 13th reboot, joined the cast in an undisclosed role. Horror master Mike Flanagan recently came on board with the upcoming Shelby Oaks as an executive producer. Flanagan, Trevor Macy, and Melinda Nishkok of Interpret Pictures joins the team as producers. So this shot as a traditional feature, but some of the elements of found footage. Shelby Oaks is a horror film about a missing paranormal investigator, the paranormal paranoids, the dark legacy they uncover, and the far-reaching effects their investigation has as Mia searches for her sister Riley that lead the paranormal investigator 12 years later. As Mia uncovers news and disturbing leads related to Riley's disappearance, she uncovers evidence of a hidden supernatural evil dating all the way back to her in Riley's childhood. What's up, Left Eye? What's up? Thank you for being here. I used to be Stuckmanized, but I'm not anymore. What's with the hate for am I just not in with the whim? Like I don't have like a huge opinion on Chris, but why is everybody unstuckmanized? I saw this. Speaking of YouTubers, did you cover the A24's greenlighting a 19-year-old to direct the Backrooms movie? I was going to cover that after I watched the YouTube series of it. He's shit. Why? I mean, I could say I'm shit. Wish Zach Baggins would go missing. And it's fucking haunted. Why does everybody not like Chris Stuckmann? I'm subscribed to this guy. Oh, I've seen a couple of his videos. Does he just, is he like the Grace Randolph of but the male version? Is that why everybody's having an issue with him? I'm pretty neutral on it because I don't play close news to it. It was his NCTA. His NCTA. He's sold out. Oh, okay. I get it. All right. I think I would because he's most basic bitch who claimed he would no longer because he didn't like because he wants to be in the industry. Not was he the one? He's the dude that was like, I'm not gonna criticize movies I don't like anymore because oh oh okay. All right. That put it together for me. I get it now. I'm still gonna check this out. It looks interesting. I don't know. I think it's very call to action get Stuckmanized. Oh. I'm still gonna check it out because I like the Bring Her Back boys, Talk to Me boys. They're YouTubers too. I'd be interested to see how he does a horror movie. Why not? If he can't criticize movies, maybe he can make a movie. Who knows? But I'd be intrigued to check it out. I'd be intrigued to check it out. Sketch for your back to your A24 thing. I want to watch the YouTube series, the back, because he's got those videos on YouTube before I talk about. But yeah, I mean, hey, why not? Why not? I would rather give a 19-year-old a camera and money to make a movie versus some of the current directors in the industry. And that's not saying a lot. Okay. Let's open that. And okay. Good plan. Great plan. All right. One last thing I want to talk about because it is a franchise I really like. I even like the remake. I know everybody kind of is like up in arms about the remake on it. But Fright Night is getting new prequel novels that will take place in 1970s Manhattan. I think this is super cool. I actually think it's kind of cool when franchises like horror TV shows or movies and stuff, they don't get the budget for it, so they're gonna go into book form. So like I really like Penny Dreadful. I've got a bunch of their comics. Buffy continued in comics. Angel continued in comics. Ton of it. So, the world of... I saw your remark. Good. The world of director Tom Holland's vampire classic Fright Night is getting another expansion with the upcoming prequel novel simply titled Fright Night, a press release has announced. Best-selling author Michael Harbin is writing the official prequel to the movie, marking a new chapter in the cult franchise. The project is a collaboration with the film's original creator, Tom Holland. The announcement comes, not Tom Holland, Spider-Man. The announcement comes as a cult classic celebrates its 40th year anniversary. Prequel always ends well. Yeah, well, why not? It's in a book form. I mean, Lord. Use your imagination. Best known for his supernatural horror series Interview with the Devil, Harbin will also play a key role in shaping Fright Night universe, expanding its mythology. We love when we break myths, deepening its lore, and building a narrative thread that connects the future stories. This is a homecoming for me. Fright Night is the first horror movie I ever saw, and I'm honored to write its prequel, said Harbin. I'm going to deliver more evil, more paranoia, and something darker, setting the stage for a whole new universe of stories to come. Interesting to expand on the Fright Night universe. The novel will explore the events that unfold before Fright Night origins during a gritty, culturally explosive Manhattan in the 1970s. It's take a bold approach, fusing the pulpy charm of the original with the immersed world building and classic Americana horror. We love it when they destroy all the canon and lore with a cash grab prequels. Why not? Why not? Michael's vision captures the heart and what made Fright Night endure while expanding it into something darker, smarter, and more dangerous. This isn't nostalgia. Good one, he says. It's evolution. It's not nostalgia. It's evolution. Fright Night is set to release in October of this year. Stay tuned for more. That being said, I think we should watch Fright Night as a watch party. I think I'm going to add a couple more watch parties throughout as we get closer to the Halloween season, because there's a ton of movies I'd like to watch with everybody, and I'd like to put Fright Night on it. Fright Night, the original, is one of my favorites, and I actually like the remake as well. I think the remake has it's got some pluses, maybe some minuses, but pluses. I love the first two. Fucking great practical effects. Yeah, as long as they keep the prison. I know you're rooting for that one, Roman. I'm rooting for prison sex scenes and stuff. All right. That I wanted to bring that to everybody's attention because I know we mostly talk about TV shows and movies on this channel, and it's because what we all mostly consume in the horror, but want to expand a little bit more on the fact that there are other ways to intake horror, such as books, comic books, video games. Speaking of video games, we just bought a gaming PC that should be here this week. And once we get it set up and stuff, I'm going to buy a horror PC game to play, so I can actually stream properly playing a horror game. So I don't know if I should play. I don't know. I'll post something in the community asking for recommendations for some cool horror games we can play on it. I demand a Fright Night Judgment Night crossover. Okay. You demand that. Okay. One of the last things I wanted to talk about, and I know I said this was the last thing I wanted to talk about, but there was one more thing on my list. Do Alien Isolation. Oh man, do you want me to basically poop my pants the whole time? I literally would poop my pants the whole time. It is, yeah. Alien Isolation would be a good first PC game to play, wouldn't it? All right. We're getting Isolation too soon. Yeah. I did buy it for PlayStation, but it's do it naughty. Okay. I will. All right. Once we get it set up and stuff, because it's gonna be in my husband's office, so my background will be a little bit different, but that's okay. We will play some Alien Isolation, and maybe I'll play it in the dark. I don't know. I watched Niet play Alien Isolation, and I got terrified with Niet playing Alien Isolation. Holy shit! 99 people between X and YouTube watching. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, or you have alt accounts, please hit that like button and subscribe to me as I'm working my way to 1K. I appreciate you all. Even you, Goodwin. Man, I'm in a good mood now. Definitely Alien Isolation, since you're a huge fan of Alien Romulus. You know what? Fuck you, Goodwin. I tell this story of that stream all the time. I go, like what you like. If you don't like what you like, whatever. I like things that most people don't like. I sat there for two something hours while everybody was shitting on Alien Isolation. Silence would hit the panel, and I would just go out of nowhere. I liked it. Alien Convent. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the reminder on it. That is a shirt I'm working on for the channel too. I need to find somebody who is a graphic designer. I need to have a nun, but it's a xenomorph and it says Alien Convent on it. So if somebody knows somebody that could do something like that, Isolation is good on it. Convent is a movie. I know it's a movie, but it's not called Convent. Okay? It's Covenant. It's you know what? That joke is just too deep. That cuts too deep. Only you had to be there to know what I was. Goodwin knows what I'm talking about. Goodwin knows what I'm talking about. Let's get back to this last article. I hear Chris in the other room just laughing at me. Bring Her Back directors receive a psychic reading from real life exorcists. I don't even know if I want to talk about this now. So I saw Bring Her Back. I do recommend it. It's really sad. It's very heavy, especially if you have children and you don't do well with children's deaths and stuff like that. Maybe skip on this one, but I liked it. I think the longer I think about it, I don't know. I might like Talk to Me better, but I kind of like the layout for this one. Words are hard. You sound drunker than me last night. No, I'm flustered. Find some peanut. I can't have peanut butter. I can't have peanuts anymore. I liked 80% of Romulus. Was it the last five of it? Natty continues to murder the English saying anyone that's. When I was on that stream, I said convent, like a nun convent, right? And Badger picked up on it. It took everybody else maybe a second later. So now I need a shirt that says Alien Convent, but I want an alien in a xenomorph in like a little nun outfit. Okay, I need somebody to design for me. I know I'm saying the wrong word. It's Covenant. whatever the fuck it is. It's one of the worst fucking movies. All right, it shouldn't matter. So okay. To celebrate the release of A24's terrifying new film, Bring Her Back, we invited real-life Exorcist author Rachel Sosis and Tyler. Okay, first of all, an exorcist. Okay, this must not be Catholic then. An exorcist wouldn't be a woman. First off, wouldn't be a woman. I'm sorry to say this. In the context of the Catholic Church, it would be a priest. And second of all, it would be a priest that nobody would know who he is. When my cousin was studying to be a priest, I asked him this. I was like, what about exorcisms? He's like, we don't even know who the guy is. Nobody knows who he is until it gets through the church to a certain point that he has to be involved. Okay, so a little bit of red flag here. A nun saying, what Bible with a huge alien behind her? We could probably get Grok. I tried to ask Grok, but I want it more like 2D cartoon wise. I heard it. I'm waiting for you to see if you realize what you said. What did I say? Oh, on the stream. Yeah. Okay. What unfolds is part of your part psychic reading. Oh, fuck this. We're not dealing with this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. This is just what unfolds is part psychic reading, fashioning unveils supernatural connection between Bring Her Back and alleged very real demonic entities. Dives into the brothers' paranormal past, energy fields, and the trio unpacks the film's core theme of grief, possession, demonic spiritual attachment. I recommend the movie, but I don't recommend talking to a so-called exorcist. Let's see. So I guess you know that I'm an exorcist. Apparently that's her right there. That's what an exorcist looks like. Shaman that was helping bless the set and cleanse it of negative energies and all that. So the process that happened. Okay, so I'm for that because the energy you put out there is the energy you receive sometimes. And when you're talking about something so heavy like this and dealing with it, I can understand having somebody come in and bless it. Same reason why people have their houses blessed and stuff like that. I don't even want to read the rest of this because she can't be a real exorcist if she's a woman, unless we're not talking about Catholic. And then, no offense to non-Catholics, I don't think this matters at that point. Yeah, we're not going to talk about. Let's go back to aliens. Let's go back to aliens on it. Fuck that. Okay. Ooh. All right, last thing, and then I got to get out of here because I got to get ready for Jason X. I haven't seen the Alien Earth trailer yet. I have not been avoiding it at all costs because with the teetering of the idea of covering it, I'm probably not going to cover it till later on. I'm an exorcist. I helped stop a drag show at the library. Started a stupid state debate, less offensive than Prometheus. Are we talking about Alien Romulus in it? Okay, let's switch gears. Let's talk about Alien Earth. I don't understand this. I don't understand how this works in the whole Alien franchise. Good night, Rio. Have a good night. I have not seen AVP yet. Those are the last two movies I got to see of both franchises. And I haven't seen Killer of Killers, but from everybody's chats and recommendation of like, do not waste my time with it. I am intrigued to see Badlands, though. I am very intrigued to see it on the big screen. Looks like it was kept isolated. Alien looks good too, and it hurts me. Nadia, you already loved a movie that does not work within the Alien franchise. Alien Romulus works within the Alien franchise. It takes place between Alien and Aliens. It works. I still gotta watch Killer of Kill. I still want to see it. Everybody's been kind of, you know what? I'm doing the thing I tell people not to. I'm letting other people's opinion of something sway my opinion of wanting to watch it. I should just watch it, and if it's shit, I tell if it's shit. If I like it, well, then I get more shit from Goodwin. What else is? So we're gonna remove just the chat for a second. I have not seen this. Check it out.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How's our girl?
She's ready.
You're going to be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic. Because I'm
Android?
special.
That's right.
Is this supposed to be androids? Androids. Zombie. I'll be covering all Alien movies next month. Leads up to the show. I did a watch party of the first two, and the first one, my husband decided to just jump in and terrify me. All right, I have a question. I am not up to speed with Xenomorphs and Predator World, right? I enjoy the movies. That's about it. I don't deep dive. Like if somebody could drop Niet's channel, or at least if he's got a playlist in the chat, any of the mods, I would greatly appreciate it. He loves these franchises, and he has amazing videos and deep dives into these movies and lore and stuff. Also, 40K Hammer, if you're interested as well. He's great. If any of the mods can Films Comic Explained, pretty great. But I'm not as deep as that. So my question is, did Xenomorphs ever come to Earth in the original like canon of the movies, like the lore of the movies? Like, did Earth like be destroyed because these things came to Earth? Like, Alien versus Predator aside, I get it, those break a lot of rules and stuff, but in the actual like movies, the Aliens 3 and stuff, no, ignoring AVP, okay, why are they here in Alien Earth? In the comics and books later. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Sketch.
We have a downed spacecraft.
I want what's on that ship.
We can do it. We're fast. We're strong. We don't break.
Is it the same person in Romulus? It looks like it. Same haircut.
It's like a zoo, but the animals got out.
This.
Oh, man. I haven't seen AVP yet. Oh, man, that should be another watch party, man. Because I don't want to watch these by myself, and Chris has no interests.
Ship collected 5 different life forms from the darkest corners of the universe. Monsters.
Is this going to tie into what they're doing with Predator, with the Badlands and stuff? I don't know if I can play Isolation. The music for this is giving me
invasive
chills.
Species.
Oh, I don't like face huggers. Don't like. Good night, Corey. Have a good night.
Predatory.
If we don't lock them down, it will be too late.
That's not a face hugger, it's an eyeball eater that takes over your brain. Oh no. I don't like shit like that. Oh. I was originally going to cover that on my channel, but we're going to do the Institute instead. And I think Niet said he was going to start covering it anyway, so I didn't want to overlap and stuff. Maybe cover it later in the year and stuff, but there's other shows I want to cover and things. But maybe I'll cover it like an episode or so on Tuesdays. My own feedback on it, but not a deep dive like he'll be doing with his panels and stuff. It's flying spaghetti monster. Whoa. All right, folks. I want to thank you all for being here with me tonight. You guys are awesome. Truly, you guys are the reason why I do this. I just really like hanging out, talking about stuff I really enjoy, and looking forward to it. So you're stay in the chat. Once we're done, credits roll and stuff, you're going to be sent over to Sun and Shadows Cast. Please hang out there. We're going to be starting at top of the hour talking about Jason X. So join us over there for that discussion. Tomorrow, members chat around 4 p.m. Pacific time. That's 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll talk, just catch up on life and stuff. Thursday, it's going to be 28 years later, about 8 p.m. Eastern. I know Blue's joining me. I don't know who else will be, but whoever can see the movie beforehand and stuff. And then Friday, we're back with Stranger Things, Season 3, Episode 6, original panel, breaking down the episodes, having a good time over there. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Again, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on replay, please do me a favor. Leave me a comment for the algorithm gods and such. And until next time, you all know what to do. Stay spooky.